Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Augusto and watching Everman. Welcome to one more live review, and today we're gonna talk about the Nyl Metal Festival that happened at Toinha Brasil show in Brasília. It was the first edition of this amazing festival that happened in two different cities, Goiânia and Brasília, and the festival had 4 bands from 4 different cities in Brazil. One interesting thing was the fact that all bands have female vocalists on their lineup. Despite the fact that all the bands have female vocalists, the musical style was a bit different among the bands. For example, the first band of the night, a band called Rocco, is a new metal band with metalcore influences. During the first songs of the band, I couldn't feel influences from bands like Ginger, but when they were singing with clean vocals, it really reminds bands like Linkin Park. The sound in the venue was amazing, very loud and clear, and it was the first time that I saw Rocco playing. Congratulations to the band. The second band of the night was Mitsein. Mitsein is a band from Brazil, the city where I live, and I was very curious to check them on stage. band's musical style, they play a very powerful heavy metal, and I was very impressed because after 2 albums released, Mitsein was sounding very mature on stage. Despite I live in the same city from Mitsein, it was the first time that I was seeing the band play on stage. Now going to the main bands of the night, Semblant hit the stage and it was a very powerful presentation. I remember I reviewed one of the band's album back in 2020. Their music style is not exactly my favorite one. But it's impossible to not mention how incredible they are on stage. And I believe the main reason for that is because the band is touring a lot outside of the Brazil. They have many tours in Europe. And by the way, Semblant was celebrating the first concert in Brazil after 7 years just playing outside of Brazil. Similar to the band Mitsein that played before, Semblant also shares guttural and melodic vocal, but the main difference here is because Semblant is more to a melodic death metal. Maybe if I want to compare Mitsein and Semblant about heaviness, the difference between the bands is because Mitsein has 2 guitars on the lineup, and Semblant, despite has just 1 guitar, the band has a very powerful keyboards on its music. congratulations to Semblant, the crowd went crazy and I could see that the fans really enjoyed your concert. The last band of the night was Total Squad. They've been on the road for more than 30 years. They even played in Wacken many times. They won Nyl Metal Festival back in 2007 and then they toured a lot in Europe. And their current lineup has been together for more than 10 years. Since 2023, when I reviewed Devilish, the most recent band's album, I'm feeling very impressed how tight this lineup is sounding on stage. It's the third concert I saw since the last album release. Similar of all the bands, the sound was incredible, was very powerful, but I believe the band was suffering with something on stage. But for us, the fans, the sound was incredible. As I said before, it's the third time that I'm seeing Total Squad promoting the last album, Devilish, and it's good to hear how the new songs are fitting perfectly well together with the old songs from the band. And it's possible to not bang our heads when the band displays songs like Living for the Kill, Chaos Corporation, Our Torture and Pandemonium. The drummer Amilcar Christopher couldn't be there that night, but John did an amazing job replacing Amilcar. Highlights go to all the members. Castor is an incredible bass player, Mayara is an incredible front woman, and I really enjoyed the guitar technique from René Simeonato. So that is, folks, don't forget to follow all the bands. I hope you all have enjoyed this review. Thanks again to Nyl Metal Festival for bringing this amazing night for Brasilia, and I can't wait for the next edition in 2027. Bye bye.